it's Fossil.
And it's Spawn.
Again, because she was really sick with a bad throat. So we didn't get to record last week. Did you miss us?
Yeah, sorry about that, if you even care.
We were missing for a week. Did anybody notice?
Did anyone notice?
Anna noticed.
Did she?
Anna said something.
But, yeah, we are upstairs today. We normally record downstairs, but we're trying something new. We're trying to be really comfy. We're sitting on our couch instead.
Can you feel the luxury?
We got 2 dogs, all snuggly up.
So if you hear little, that's not us.
That's not us. That is indeed the dogs. Yeah, I am still a little sick, so...
Mentally?
That's a given, but I am still a little sick. So, not with COVID, just with whatever this is.
Creeping crud. It was a bad sore throat, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that how
that's
it started?
all it was.
That's all it was. No fever, none of that. But
it wasn't even like it was sore throat. It was just like coughing and mucus.
I think we've gotten so wrapped up in the whole COVID thing that we forget there's normal colds and flu out there.
I love the way you said that. You went, I think the whole COVID thing.
I think we're all about done with, we know. But
okay. I mean, but we need to continue to know because people are acting like they don't.
You think?
Yeah. I've been to a few places where I am quite literally the only person wearing a mask. And again, like, I'm fully vaccinated, so, like, I don't have to, I guess. Some of these fuckers are not fully vaccinated.
But don't you think that's kind of mask shaming? I'm worried about that, too. I'm more worried that even though I'm vaccinated, that I have to worry that if I don't wear it, I'll be judged. And if I do wear it, I'll be judged. And now I have some, like, freaking fear of do I wear it or don't I wear it?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a whole thing. I mean, I think you should wear it in, like, stores and stuff, like, regardless.
People are filthy. I think most people...
Most people are gross, yeah.
General populace.
Me included. I'd be a dirty bitch.
Stop that.
Come on.
Stop that. Gross. You take showers, you wash your hands, you brush your teeth 18 times a day.
Okay. Don't OCD shame me like that.
You've been exposed.
No, I mean, I think that's a common thing where people are worried about the whole mask shaming thing. It's so weird, though, because I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, but, like, so I go to a gym, and no one wears masks. Not a singular... Well, that's not true. In the beginning, people were wearing them, but, like, after the mask mandate was lifted, no one was wearing them except, like, maybe 1 or 2 people. So when I walked in, I was like, oh my god, like, it's weird if, like, I wear one. And so I did for the first few days, and I started not, just because, like, I've been going at a time where there's not that many people there anyway, so I can, like, kind of keep to myself and, like, be in the corner sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then you'll, like, go into a store and, like, everyone's, like, triple masked. You know what I mean? It's, like, such a difference in just, like, the environment. Where, like, I went to CVS the other day. Everyone was wearing a mask, obviously. It's, like, a pharmacy. And then I went to the gym directly after. No one was wearing a mask. And it was, like, when worlds collide. You know what I mean?
I wonder what that says if you look at the psychology of that.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have the meatheads at the gym, and then you have the smart people who went to fucking med school.
It's like the people who don't wear masks, the male versions don't wear condoms either. Oh!
Yeah, I mean, if you're fully vaccinated and you don't want to wear your mask anymore, you don't have to. And again, like, I think this is great. I love to see this progress. It's also like, I know some of y'all are lying!
Well, if I may.
Yeah.
Just because somebody tells me I don't or do have to do something doesn't mean I do or don't have to do it.
Right. You can still wear your mask.
Did that make any goddamn sense?
Well, just because the CDC says that you don't have to wear your mask doesn't mean that you're going to stop wearing your mask. Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Because you don't
or
feel
vice versa.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. I mean, even...
No.
Okay,
no.
I agree that we should still wear masks if we're sick and blah-de-blah-de-blue. But I'm saying... For those crazy ones out there, they do have the right to get sick.
Oh, well,
I know that might sound stupid, but I will fight for your right to be an idiot.
But the reason that was not okay for the longest time was because people didn't have the opportunity to get vaccinated. And so now we're starting to get to the point where it's like, okay, well, if you're not vaccinated, like, that's on you. And if you get sick, like, that's on you, right? But
exactly.
we're still at the point where, like, kids little kids,
right?
They can't get vaccinated yet, so that's
no, they can.
Tiny.
I don't know. I don't have any tiny kids, but
no,
I just
know,
saw
like,
that
12-year-olds can, but I'm talking about kids.
Google that.
Hold on. To teens ages 12 and older, only 12 and older.
I stand corrected.
So okay. I still think that's like shitty. Because
okay.
You have all these 5-year-olds. 5-year-olds are the ones who are gonna fucking get it and spread it. Are you kidding me? Have y'all been to fucking kindergarten? They'd be like munching on each other's toes, bruh.
Okay.
Oh, y'all didn't do that?
No, I can't say we did.
Oh. Sorry, Jeremy.
We shared lip gloss and shit like that, and combs, and,
Oh, okay, lice. Really? Y'all be sharing combs?
Everybody got sick real quick because of the... Can I borrow your roll-on bubblegum lip gloss?
Yummy.
All right, well, that's my bad. I was not thinking of littles because I don't have any littles, so I apologize.
Think of littles.
I do need to think a little... You're right, I do need to think of littles. They're not even fully
developed. Their fucking immune system be going bonk, bonk, bonk.
I stand corrected.
I mean, again, it's kind of good if they get sick sometimes to, like, strengthen, but, no. We don't want them getting something like that, I don't think.
Right.
That would be interesting. How does it affect little kids? Because we really only hear how it affects, like, teenagers and adults.
Would hope that the littles are stronger.
Well, but are they?
Hope.
Are they?
We don't know. When
I was younger, I was like, Mom, I flew up. Like, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, moral of the story is, for the past week, I have been avoiding people because I quite literally lost my voice for like 3 to 4 days. And now, even though I have my voice back, like, I still be coughing and hacking and stuff. I know I don't have that, like, really sexy, raspy, sick voice, but deal with it. So, yeah.
Communication issues.
Speaking of communication issues... Mom will not stop talking about the upcoming Mercury Retrograde.
Oh, it's not coming. It's here. From May 29th through June 22nd is the retrograde. And people freak out about it, the people who choose to follow along. And I'll tell those who don't believe in it why you kind of want to pay attention to it. Because if you don't take care of things with motors and technology... or plans and details, this is usually the time where you get walloped. Your computer's blue screen, your cell phones die, batteries don't work, your car doesn't start. And usually it's because these things weren't taken care of along the way. So if you do believe in it, the planetary alignment is going to cause issues in these areas. They're going to cause slowdowns, they're going to cause backups, they're going to cause you to lose track of something. So anyway, I like to use them and know when they happen because it's like a focus point to get shit done. The purpose of it is to stop and slow down so that you look around and see the things that you didn't take care of when you were busy. That's kind of the gist of it.
Okay, my computer already blue screens like 2 times a day,
right.
So this should be interesting.
Yeah, no, I would not be shocked if your computer doesn't completely and we have to get you a new one.
Really? Like completely just like
if
out?
Anybody listening, back up your damn phones, clean off your computers, look at your file sizes, make sure you have car maintenance, get your cars checked. Change the oil, rotate those tires. This is the time to make sure that happens and give extra time to travel. You got to be flexible. But it shouldn't be such a bad rap all the time. It's almost like it should give you a chance to back up and slow down. It's almost like permission. It doesn't have to be negative. Because if you've taken care of all these things, you're going to fly through it.
I have not. So I'm about to get
your ass handed to you?
My comeuppance.
That's okay.
Is that what it's called?
We all do. And then we're forced to deal with it, but we're forced to deal with it and we're pissed off about it. So, it's okay. Mercury lets us know.
Testing. Okay.
And don't sign any important documents. Don't start anything new that are major. You can research. It's a great time to finish projects, too. Okay. Finish what you start. Take care of what you have. And that's basically Mercury retrograde in the nutshell.
Wait, so don't apply to jobs during this time?
No, see, there's the falsehood. Yes, apply if you are continually, but be very careful with your communication and follow up, because don't expect it to hit their mailbox. It could hit their junk folder and they could erase it because, again, we're talking about a communication error. So, and technology. So if you send an email and it's important, follow up. Follow up with a phone call. Follow up is important at this time, and be careful how you communicate, because things can be misread especially if you're in a hurry to write. That should be a common practice anyway, but it isn't.
Yeah.
And we forget, but Mercury is the ruler of communication. So for you this week, hopefully you'll be on the upswing, feeling better, and we'll keep an eye out for communication problems with your computer.
Yeah. Or just in general.
So can I just say, while you were sick, my week didn't suck?
Okay. Elaborate.
Okay, well, when I say it didn't suck, I actually mean by that my vacuum broke.
That fucking sucks.
Well, it didn't suck though, and we have hardwood floors, and because of the dog hair, it almost looks like carpet's growing in.
Ew, dude, really? For real?
And then I got disproportionately excited about buying a new one. Because if you ever have to research things like that, there is so many features, and I found myself getting really excited. Ooh, bagless feet. Ooh, bagless. Yeah, extended arm. Oh, a triple filter with Febreze. Woohoo! The only thing this thing doesn't have is cup holders.
I like how you went French there. You were like, "Oh, I got my new vacuum cleaner." Oh, what was that? You said French time.
Yeah, French and old. That's how you know you're getting old, is when you get excited about appliances.
I was excited for you, though, because, I did not like our old vacuum, to be fair.
Ooh, let's talk toaster ovens.
Dude, okay.
The age is rubbing off.
No, there's this brand, I think it's called Smeg, and it's like a European appliance brand.
Right?
I'm sorry, this is the most basic white girl thing ever. But, when I get my own, house or apartment or whatever I move into, I will be getting Smeg appliances if I can afford them.
You realize you have an old lady soul.
Why?
Because you like appliances.
Mom, these are so cool. Have you seen them?
Yes, I have. I think we were standing together looking through a window.
They're sexy. No, I see them everywhere, to be honest.
Oh, excuse me.
Well, just, a lot of, YouTubers have...
Lame-o mom. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying, people with money have Smeg. Maybe that's not true. Actually, don't quote me on that. Oh, when we were in London, we passed by a Smeg store.
I thought Smeg was dick cheese.
You did not just say that. You did not just fucking say that.
Smegma.
Mom, are you serious? Did you just say dick cheese on our podcast?
Take that out?
No. I think this shows the relationship very well.
Would you like to do a segment called Something I Learned to Do, which sounds dirty but it's not?
Yeah.
All right, well, you know how I like to learn things, and sometimes I can't help but learn them. And I had another incident where I had to learn something. This sounds dirty but it's not segment involves getting sweaty and bending. So let's see if you can guess the description.
Working out.
What?
I was thinking of never mind.
Okay, here's the description of the activity. Step 1, I had to drop to the floor and get my arm under the material to lubricate the area.
Okay.
Then I reached around to find that little button with my finger to turn it on. Then I had to take a stiff object and put it in a special hole made exactly for this thing and cranked it. Then I had to put it in the other hole and crank it.
A little DP action?
Crank it. Crank it. Okay? The mission was accomplished when it was tight for both sides. Name that activity.
Sounds like a little wrestler chocolate starfish combo. A little DP action. Do you know what DP is?
Deep penetration?
Double.
Oh.
You kind I got it. Little DP.
Naked Crisco Twister.
Yeah, Naked Crisco Twister.
No. So close! The answer was aligning my treadmill belt. Yeah, aligning the treadmill belt.
Yeah.
As you know, you're getting too fat when even your treadmill belt doesn't fit.
That's not what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
That's not what it is.
That's what happened. That's what happened.
It needs maintenance.
Okay, so do I.
Okay.
So it figures that the week that I started my new exercise regimen that the belt started to slip. My ego will not allow me to be flung to my death off a treadmill.
Do you remember when Dad flew off the treadmill?
Oh my God, that was scary.
That was really scary.
He did. He was trying to take his t-shirt off over his head while he was jogging.
Yeah, he was going pretty fast too.
Yeah, and I thought he hit his head on the wall behind us. Yeah. Thank God he didn't. He just rattled himself though.
No, that was really scary. I actually, whenever I use the treadmill, I think about that.
Me too.
Do you?
Well, why do you think when it started slipping, I'm like, we're postponed. I'm not getting back on this treadmill until I fix it.
He flew. It was crazy. Like, I was pretty young at that point, but like, he was going like 8 or 9 miles per hour, which was funny because I was jogging for him, I guess. My dad had a really big upper body, really long upper body. He was like 6'6". We said that before, but yeah, no, you had the same length legs. You have long legs. By
an inch difference. Our hips were almost at the same height, which is hilarious.
I wonder if I would have
stood next to each other.
I wonder if my legs would have been equivalent to his.
Probably taller.
Yeah.
Probably taller because when we stand next to each other, aren't your hips higher than mine?
I mean, my hips are really weirdly placed.
No. The length of your leg from your foot to the top of your hip. When I stand next to you, your hip should be higher than mine.
Yeah, it definitely is.
But anyway, I am not going to die falling off a treadmill. My demise is going to be breaking a hip falling off my 70-year-old boyfriend when I'm 105.
Ew. Why'd you have to add the age into it, bro?
Oh, there it's weird? That's weird?
That's a 35-year difference,
At
Mom.
70 and 105?
That's weird. Why is a 7-year-old fucking a corpse, bro?
I'm not going to be a corpse. I'm going to be a hot 105. Get out of here.
Oh my God. That's weird.
You're weird.
No.
105, baby.
Why is he gotta be 70? Why can't he be like...
I'm not going to look a day over 80.
Why can't he be like 90?
Okay, 90-year-old. I don't care.
If a 90-year-old is still putting in that work in the bedroom...
Damn right.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Absolutely.
Do you know 90-year-olds who are having sexual relations?
I don't know any 90-year-olds.
Except Grandma.
Grandma's not 90 yet.
How old is she?
So she's either 88 or 89.
She's got to be really close.
God, I hate to sweat, though. Ugh. Sex should be enjoyed in water or air conditioning. End of story.
Did you say sex?
Sex, yeah. Sweating.
In water or air conditioning?
Yeah.
Water's difficult, though.
Why?
Because it's like...
If you're in a pool, it might slow down the thrust action, but...
Oh my God, that's not what I meant. I meant because, like, water isn't a good lubricant. Cut the cameras.
Cut the cameras. Wait, I think we have some discussing to do. Vagina lubricates itself, which is like sweat.
No, I know. But I'm saying, like, in the shower or wherever, or pool. Well,
okay. Pools are different because that's a different...
First of all, you should not be having sex in a pool with the chlorine going into your pussy. Let's not be doing that.
If you color your hair and you go in a swimming pool, I'd be more worried about that.
Yeah, you're not having sex with fully submerged.
Why not?
Oh my God. I wonder if that's possible.
Yes.
Mom.
Yes.
You don't have your full face under the water.
Next story.
You do not have your full face, Mom.
Next story.
Mom.
Hey, you can play reindeer games all you want, love.
I want to know. No, I need to understand the logistics of this. You don't have your full head under the water.
You can if you're playing mermaid games.
You're fucking a mermaid?
You can pretend you're mermaids. Merpeople. Honestly, you can do anything you want. You just have to do it in, 30-second spurts.
I was going to say, when did you do this?
I didn't.
What in the waterboarding are you doing?
I didn't.
What waterboarding kink do you have that we're uncovering?
I did not.
Mom.
I did not. All right, we're done with this segment. I don't
You're going to cut it out, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
No, you better not.
There's certain parts I'll leave in.
You better not.
Funny. Okay, anyway, moving on. So getting back to the exercising, which is like my biggest weakness, is getting back into that thing. And recently I saw an ad with this really, handsome blonde young man. He was very fit.
Oh, this is an ad?
It was an ad.
Okay.
And of course you weren't there to smack it out of my hands.
Okay.
So let me kind of paraphrase what I heard him actually say. Of course he said this in my head, this is paraphrasing. He was like, "Hey you, old person, can't touch your feet? How would you like to stop being fat? No need for pesky floor exercises. I can help you move. And it's fun. Watch me, just like this." So this fool proceeds to show exercises that resemble these like drunk dance moves like an uncle would do at a wedding. And he moves like with something I would call the dance that looks like the hip replacement. So he's pumping his arms up and down and he's doing that side to side thing. And then there's something else that looked like the geriatric praying mantis where he's standing like bent over forward in this really awkward position and he's reverse lifting imaginary weights. So, of course, I'm sitting there enjoying this whole thing, and I roll my eyes, and I scroll past it, and then, I scroll right back to it and give him my wallet, as one does.
Did you?
I did.
Mom.
So, okay, in my defense, it was only like $24, and
Jesus
you gain access
Christ.
to all these
No,
videos.
Mom, are you joking?
No.
Didn't we just talk about
Okay,
this?
let me say, but I did it. I managed to get through all of those videos in one day. Along with a bag of chips and a pint of ice cream. It was better than Netflix.
No.
It was better than Netflix.
I'm so disappointed in you. Guys, you do not understand. My mom does this shit all the time where she'll be on YouTube and she gets these tailored ads, obviously.
I know they're tailored.
Where they're talking about like the one superfood to make you skinny.
I'm not skinny.
And she's always like, yeah, fucking take my wallet. And I'm like, no! And she does it all the time. Literally, here I am. I go to the gym all the time. Like, I follow a really strict diet. Literally, she could do it with me. No, she watches these ads and she dishes out her money. She's playing into their pyramid schemes.
Sometimes, yeah. But
all the time.
But don't tell me I don't eat a lot like you because I have to cook your food. You're not making dinner. I am. And I'm eating the same food that I make for you.
You do not cook my breakfast or my lunch.
No, that is true. Because I don't eat breakfast.
And also,
I drink coffee.
we simply do not eat the same, Mom. I do not eat ice cream. I cannot eat ice cream.
That's true.
So that's not fair. I cannot eat cookies.
We don't have any cookies.
No, but I can't eat them. Candy bars, I can't have them. So
anyway,
that's not fair to say.
Better than Netflix. I'll be watching those again.
No. Why are you watching them? Are you just looking for the guy? Are you watching it for the young man?
Actually, no. I'm trying to see if I can actually do the exercises. So yeah, I have a whole new membership now. $24 later.
Okay.
I should have just given it to you and let you yell at me.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get on me, but that's me just trying to be healthier. I mean, don't give me a hard time. I mean, yeah, I made a stupid buy-in to something that you don't approve of, but
I just think
I'm just doing my thing, girl.
It makes me sad as someone who studies marketing to see you fall for these gimmicks.
Well, it works. So.
I know, but you need to not. You need to be stronger than that. You didn't need to buy it. And I don't want you to waste your money on stupid things like that.
So I should waste my money on your stupid things?
No, that's not even what I'm saying. My mom's the type of person who will buy extra lives in Candy Crush.
Yes.
No!
Yes, I would, because, I don't care.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't buy extra. I have never bought a life in Candy Crush, but I would. If I didn't have to worry about dermatology bills, I wouldn't worry you.
We don't even know how much that's going to be.
All right. Anyway.
My mom likes to health shame me because recently I've been going to... The dermatologist is the least of our concerns. So basically I've been having a lot of medical appointments. I've been having some really bad fatigue. I'm having some issues with a lot of the food I've been eating. I've been cutting out a lot of things. I don't eat dairy or gluten anymore, which kind of sucks, but whatever. And we had some fainting issues.
Yeah,
I have a thyroid condition also. So really fun stuff. that we're figuring out.
But that's it. We're going to figure it out.
It's trial and error.
Yeah.
But a lot of my symptoms are really broad in the way where it could be so many different things, and they're trying to, like, figure it out. So this past week, I finally went to the dermatologist, okay? And I was really excited because if you know me, one of my biggest insecurities is my acne and just my face in general, like, I guess. Well, okay, so when I was 14, I had really bad skin, like really, 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 really bad skin. And so I went on birth control for a bunch of years. And then we recently found out that the birth control was not helping with my symptoms. It was making me feel even more sick. And so I got off of it. And when I got off of it, I started losing a lot of hair. And my acne, like, kind of came back. Not nearly as bad as it was.
Your body had to regulate.
Yeah, but we're a few months in now.
Right.
Like, it should be regulated.
The biggest problem here is that all of these symptoms overlap in 1,000 different things.
Yeah, exactly.
And we have to, one by one, figure out what it could be, which is not like what I want to make clear to the listeners. This is not like saying I'm giving up gluten and dairy. It's not a choice. It's literally something we're doing to try and figure out what the hell is going on with your body's reactions.
Yeah, which also sucks because I don't.
This is not a fad. Yeah, this is not a fad diet thing. This is your body is reacting poorly to something, and we have to figure out what it is.
Yeah. Anyways, so I went to the dermatologist, and I was super excited. I did a little bit of research as to, like, where I wanted to go, and I decided I wanted to go someplace, like, closer to my house instead of driving, like, an hour and a half away for some person who didn't have great reviews. You know what I'm saying? So, I get an appointment. I had to wait, like, 2 months to go, right?
Yeah.
And so I was so excited because I was like, I'm finally going to start to clear my acne and my rashes. I have, like, rashes on my body as well. So isn't that really sexy?
Well, just if you don't know who out there has this problem too, there's like they were little pink blotches. They weren't raised, they weren't puffy. They were just like little pink spots.
Yeah.
But they weren't obnoxious, but they were there and you knew they didn't belong there.
Yeah, because it was like on my stomach and they would like spread. It was
a little
weird.
more than a discoloration.
Yeah. So, anyways, I was like, this is great. This is fun. Funky and fresh. So, I go into the office. The receptionists are rude. But whatever. And then I go into the back and the nurse, what exactly would be her position be?
Probably a registered nurse, I would guess.
Registered nurse. Yeah. They start asking all your questions, whatever. She's like, oh, you have a really good skincare routine, right? I'm like, oh, I use the La Roche-Posay cleanser, girl. I use the CeraVe moisturizer, all that shit, all the Ordinary.
And you're getting on me about marketing working?
No, because I did my research.
Oh! And if I do research on this guy, it's stalking.
No. Oh my god. First of all, he's selling you something that you could easily get for free. I am buying chemicals for my face to help with an issue I have.
I'm teasing you. Do you see how you just took off on that?
Because do you not see where the problem is with you buying these programs?
I've bought 2 programs and you're giving me shit.
You've bought like probably 4.
I have not bought 4. I've bought 2.
Jillian Michaels.
But that one worked. I lost 65
pounds
on that. Are you get out of here?
Jillian Michaels, I see you're getting mad.
I'm getting mad because that worked. That wasn't a fad.
No,
but
Jillian
the other
Michaels
2,
is the metabolic renewal.
Well, I bought into that bullshit. One. Oh, hey, menopausal,
bullshit.
Yeah. Give
and
me
then
some of that.
The superfood brain food thing.
That worked.
Did it?
Yeah, no, it did, but it was expensive as hell, and it's like I should be eating better. That was the problem.
And then this, whatever this is.
This was just a little shitty exercise program. Oh, yeah, I can do that. I don't want to get on the floor either. All right,
and the yoga thing that you bought. The old lady yoga.
I didn't buy that.
It's free?
It was. I didn't, because it was like Amazon Prime. If you do, you get this and that. Yeah, no, I didn't buy that.
Okay, good. Anyways, back to my story. So I went in with like a list of things I wanted to talk about because, we have my skin and then I have a rash on my leg and a rash on my stomach and everything. And I just had some questions like overall. And she literally was like, no, you get 2 things, basically, is like what they were like, we're talking about your acne and we're talking about the rash on your stomach. That's it. And I was irritated because I was like, I waited 2 freaking months to get this appointment and I can't ask you all of my issues. Like, girl, what is that about? I don't know. Is that like annoying?
It's very annoying. I get mad, but they can't focus on more than 2 things, I guess. But what scares me about that is, aren't they all freaking related? Shouldn't you be armed with all this information?
With all the information so we can
before
figure
you
it
make
out.
a chance? Yeah, exactly. Oh, but she had no problem prescribing something.
Well, anyways, so I don't want to bash her because, like, she's still my doctor, but yeah, so then the actual doctor comes in, literally looks at me and she goes, oh, you're having some acne problems? Yeah, I can see it on your forehead. You have some clogged fucking pores, you dirty ass stupid little bitch. And I was like, damn, not even a hi, hello, hi, nice to meet you, how are you today?
You're paraphrasing.
She literally looked at my forehead and went, yeah, clogged pores, dirty. Like, she didn't say dirty.
She did not.
She did not say dirty.
We're not dirty.
And then she was like, are you an oily person? And I was like, no, my skin's actually quite dry. And she was like, really? Yeah, well, I can see the oil right there, so you're a liar. You little liar. You little dirty little liar. You little oily little producing little...
All right.
So anyways, then she was like, oh, like, what products do you use? Again, just repeating everything that we already did. And I was like, this is annoying. Like, this is a waste of time. But I guess she needed to know, right? And then she was like, don't use that moisturizer. You need something lighter. And I was like, oh, okay. That's fine, right? And then she prescribed me, like, this shampoo for, like, my face and my body. And I was like, okay, whatever. But I was, like, annoyed because, like, this is clearly, like, an internal issue, you know? And it was, like, topical stuff. Which, again, like, topical stuff is great. But it's like, oh, use this cream. Is the cream really going to get rid of the actual problem? You know what I mean?
I do.
So then, anyway, she was like, let's take a look at your stomach, like the rash on your stomach. And she was like, oh, interesting. Like, this looks like a case of the PRs. And I was like, I don't know what that means, but whatever. And then she was like, I'm going to take a sample to send to the lab to, like, make sure it's not something, like, more serious. And I was like, okay, cool.
And you said, you want a piece of me? And she says, actually, I do.
Sure. She takes out this fucking big-ass needle. And was like, are you good with needles? And I was like, I mean, I guess.
I am now.
Like, I am now, right? And I mean, like, I don't really have a problem with needles, but, like, still, I think it was just, like, so sudden. Like, I wasn't expecting it.
Whatever you do to me, I get to do to you.
And then she goes, I'm going to take this little guy right here. And she just, like, pinches my skin. She's like, okay, I'm about to put it in. All right. Yeah, do you feel that? The needle's literally inside of you right now. Do you feel that? Like,
She's better than most dates.
Oh, my God.
Oh!
Stop. Why do you have to do that, bro? Too much. But anyway, you're having a field day with this. I don't have a problem with needles, okay? But don't tell me every little thing that's happening with the needle, because now I'm thinking about it. I want you to just do it. You know what I mean? I want you to do it and me just chill out, right? Oh, I'm about to put it in. I'm about to put it in. Oh, yeah. Do you feel that? Yeah. Do you feel that? It's literally inside of you.
Permission is key.
She was like, consent.
Consent.
But yeah, just like every little second detailing what is happening with the needle. I was not a fan of that. And then she like scrapes it off or whatever, and it leaves a mark, obviously. So now I have a little hole in my stomach.
A little crater, if you will.
A little crater, if you will. That I have to take care of for the next couple of days.
You will be nursing your crater.
But yeah, no, she really got me with those. She was like, yeah, you dirty little bitch. Yeah, you got some oily ass little skin. Yeah, use this fucking shampoo, you little dirty.
That's not
you
what
little
she said.
Clogged pores, little. Oh my God! And then I had to make an appointment for the next time I'm supposed to go, and so I was supposed to go in like late August, and so I was hoping they were gonna say like August 22nd, maybe. No, but like I go back to school, so they were like, we can give you September 1st. I was like, I won't be here on September 1st. Is there any way we can do just like a little bit, a few days earlier? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, sorry. And then she was like, we'll see you in December. When do you get back? And I was like, I get back like December 15th. And she was like, December 22nd it is. 9 a.m. Well, actually, she said 8 a.m. And I was like, can we do a little bit later?
Nurse Ratchet.
And she was like, no, it wasn't the nurse. It was the receptionist.
Doesn't matter. Receptionist Ratchet.
She was like, 9. I don't know. She was on one that day.
Yeah, you don't know. People just, you don't know what they've been through already. She probably didn't even hear herself.
The other thing that bothered me is I had some questions about my scarring. Because I don't like my acne scars from when I was, like, literally 14, right? And so I'm willing to do, like, a procedure or, like, microdermabrasion or whatever to, like, get rid of them. Because, like, once they're gone, like, I'm going to feel so much better, right? And they're not horrible, like, you know. It's just, like, annoying. They're there. And,
you don't see it when you have makeup on, though.
But I don't want to wear makeup.
No, I hear you. I agree. I understand you want to go natural. I agree.
Like, I don't want to.
You should be able to go natural. 100%.
I want to just, like, fill in my eyebrows and go, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
little lip gloss.
A little lip gloss, a little... But, like, to have to do the whole foundation thing, like, I don't want to do... Especially because, like, I sweat and, like, I work out. Like, that's just horrible for your skin. But anyway, I was like, what should I do about my scars? Like, is there something that we can do to take care of that? And she was like, well, like, your active acne does take a little bit to heal, and so the scarring, and she was like inferring that the scarring I had was from like my current acne, which like clearly it's not. And I was like, no, for like the older stuff. And she was like, yeah, it takes like 6 months to heal. 6 months? Girl, it's been like 7 years. Like, what? That was just so irritating. Low key.
Yeah.
I just felt very dismissed. And I was so excited.
To be fair, if you knew that the prior client had cancer.
No, I know.
And, you know, even though it does matter to you that these things make you feel poorly, but when you have somebody prior that we don't know. We just don't know. We don't know what the other person's going through.
My mom brings that point up a lot because when I was 14, I had a really bad experience with a dermatologist. He was just like...
Oh, he was a dick.
He was rude.
He was a dick.
And he kind of did this thing where he was like, you're pretty and, you know, who cares about your acne? And I was like, but I'm literally coming to you for my acne. Like, this is quite literally, like, your specialty. So can you help me? And then again, like, he had cancer patients. Like, he had people who were dying, and I do understand. I sound so privileged and, like, annoying. But it's like, I'm paying you to help me. So please do not dismiss the thing that I'm asking for your help with.
Here's the truth. We all want to be better. And when we get better, and then we have a new thing that we want to clear up that might not be world poverty and death and destruction, you can't dismiss. Somebody's got to do better. Somebody's got to keep trying to be better. I mean, why were we going to put down on someone who who has already worked through all the other things? You know, it's like, why are we always all fighting for the bottom, where it's only okay to want something if we're fighting for the bottom? Why are we doing that to each other? You know?
Again, I feel bad talking about it a little bit because it's like, obviously those people and their issues are going to be more important.
As long as you can acknowledge that, that's all that matters. But it doesn't mean you should not want to still continue to grow and be better.
But like, if I'm not supposed to go to the dermatologist who's helping with skin conditions, then can we make another thing for people with acne? Like, do I go to an esthetician? Like, why is my doctor bringing me to another doctor who works in that for them to dismiss me?
Because I think people unfortunately believe that because somebody has a degree that they know something that you don't, and it is a lie. It is a lie to believe that your doctor is going to know better. The doctor doesn't know any better than you do without you knowing what's going on with you. I don't think
that's true.
If you don't know what's going on with you, your doctor's not going to be able to help.
Yeah.
You have to be able to say, here is what my patterns have been. This is what I have tried. And they can help you. If they listen, some doctors don't give a crap. They actually do not give a crap.
Yeah.
They want to give you a pill to shut you up.
I would say through this whole process, because we've been going through this for like a year now.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what's going on, if not a little bit longer. What I found really frustrating, and I don't know if this is relatable to anyone, but it's just one of those things where I go in and I'm like, this is what I'm seeing, and this is kind of... And I do a lot of research on like what it could...
You have to be your own advocate.
Yeah, and you know, they give me all this information, and they're like, oh, you're anemic, like your kidneys are failing. You know what I mean?
Your kidneys aren't failing.
But my liver enzyme levels were like 10,000 over what they were supposed to be or something. They were like many, many times over what the regular amount was, and it was because I was exercising too much, apparently.
Let's repeat. She was exercising too much. See, and you wonder why I don't feel the need to, because you already done it. You've done it for everybody in the house.
But I get really frustrated because a lot of times it's one of those things where I'm like, I kind of want to get to the bottom of it, and they're like, it just feels very dismissed, because she'll be like, oh, well, like, you're skinny, so it doesn't matter. And I'm like, girl, I'm literally, like, tired all the time. Like, I literally cannot lose weight. That should be an issue.
But we just got to keep figuring it out. There is nothing wrong with wanting to feel better and do better just because somebody else is having it worse. You have compassion for the people who have it worse, but that doesn't mean you should feel bad for wanting to do better for yourself. And that's a line I'd like to see us cross, getting past the, I have to be the one on the bottom in order to get help. I have to be the one that's ready to commit suicide because I hate something about my life. Why are we doing that? Why are we, it's okay to want better.
I'm just saying, like, when I was sleeping like 18 hours a day and like walking up the stairs and like being out of breath, like that should have been a sign.
It was a sign
that this was. No, I know, but just like the way they treat it, they're like, okay, but you're young and you're healthy, and it's like, girl, am I? If I'm doing that, I'm clearly not.
It's amazing to me how many people I know who have had major problems in their medical health, and the doctors couldn't find out what's wrong, and then they'd go to specialist after specialist after specialist. And when doctors can't figure something out, they love to be able to say, oh, you must have a mental health issue. And that I just, yes.
Well, yeah, because for me, she, like, a lot of times she's like analyzing me to see if it's like an eating thing.
And I understand why they do that, but yet they can't help you.
Exactly.
They can't help. They are not there to listen to your problems. And I don't believe that for the people that I know that have this issue, I think that it is a compound problem. I think there is more than one problem. And the doctors that we have, I don't know about you guys, but it's getting harder and harder to find a doctor.
Yeah.
And when you get in, you might not jive with that doctor. They might be brand spanking new out of medical school, out of a residency.
See, but I like that. I like the doctors who are brand new because they don't want to mess up.
Yes, but they also don't know what's going on.
Not all the time.
And the thing is, if you have time to stay with a doctor who's listening for once, because then when you go to the older doctors, have you noticed they don't care? They're just like, I'm going to prescribe a pill, take this twice a day. I'm like, no, wait, I don't want to take a pill. I want to fix the problem. And doctors don't understand that what do you mean fix the problem? Just take the pill. No, I want to fix the problem.
That's why I wanted to go to that. There was what was it called?
Endocrinologist?
Yeah, I wanted to go to an endocrinologist to look at like my hormone levels, because I've been told like with my thyroid condition, there's one thing that a normal blood test will show you. And so she was working to get that T level raised up, I believe is what it was. But the problem is that if you're still experiencing issues, if you don't do like one of the full panel ones that like an endocrinologist would do, then a lot of your like your T1, your T2, your T5, 6, whatever it is, will like keep being out of whack. But like your normal primary care physician wouldn't see that. She's like, your levels are normal again. But it's like, for that, yes. But there are so many other things, like that an in-depth thing needs to be done to figure out.
And it's got to be done one step at a time, and it's maddening, but you just got to pay attention, know yourself, know your own body. Mm-hmm. You'll figure it out. You're doing really well. I mean, you're the one that's figured out that dairy was a problem for you. You figured that out. Mm-hmm. And then you didn't want to, but you stopped eating things with gluten just to see how your body would react. And it seems to be doing a lot better. So unfortunately, as much as we hated to say it, that's going to be a permanent change, which should help me too, because I am trying to eat like you.
I just worry, like, because a lot of people, what happens, like, let's say when you go vegan, you literally make your body allergic to it. And so I don't want to take things out if my body isn't allergic to it, and then make myself allergic to it. That's one of my big fears. It's like, okay, well, we're seeing progress now with me not eating gluten, but what happens if I'm not actually allergic to it, and then I'm quite literally hurting my body in the
We
long run.
will figure this out. We'll figure it out.
But that's scary to me, you know? I
Yeah.
was already, like, pretty lactose intolerant, so, like, the dairy thing, like, whatever. But gluten, like, that's a big deal.
But, you know, it's one thing to have gas from eating a piece of cheese, and it's whole other thing
To have pain.
to have pain when you eat something.
Mm-hmm.
One's funny and one's not. Because farts are funny.
Okay. Anyway, hopefully that wasn't insanely boring. I have a feeling that was.
Well, somebody out there might be identifying with this and might say, you know what? Oh my God, I'm having the same experience.
Yeah. Or, like, even your friend who told us about, like, the celiac disease thing.
Right.
And who had the same thyroid condition as me.
Right.
Again, I don't have celiac disease, but it was good to know that gluten might be it's insensitivity issue, at least.
Right.
If
And
it
this
wasn't
stuff takes
celiac.
years to figure out. And lucky for me, not lucky for any of us, but I was appreciative of a friend of mine who shared that with me about her daughter's experience. And so it was just something to look into. I mean,
To try.
We all just have to do better.
Do better.
Do better.
Anyways, I think that's it for today.
We'll leave you with that thought of Emily's rashes.
In 2 weeks, we'll find out what it is.
Sounds dirty, but it's not. She's not dirty, by the way.
Oh my god,
You're
it's
not a
okay.
dirty
You
girl.
can think I'm dirty.
You're not a dirty girl.
Oh my god, I had one of my friends actually. I went over to her house and she was like, Emily, I know you take 2 to 3 showers a day. So you can use this shower. And I was like, oh my god, is that like my legacy? Like I literally do not take 2 showers a day.
It seems like it, though.
Well, if you work out,
Yeah.
then you're gonna wanna
I'm
take a
doing the
shower.
laundry, I know. Anyhow,
anyways.
on that note, we shall bid you farewell until the next pod. And do better.
Do better. Okay.
We love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.